All right, what's good, y'all? So today we're gonna make this a fast one. I'm gonna go ahead and just cover the plays that I see coming up this week, and we're just gonna see whatever the market does and make our little predictions and get ready for the week coming up. All right, so we got some big plays coming up. We got a lot of news that came out. We have Uncle Donnie talking about putting peace on the war, finishing that. We also had big moves in the market last week. Y'all know we had that big Friday, even though we was all waiting for the sale for the continuation on Friday. They ended up shaking us out of the market and pushing the market back up. And you know what I'm saying, just doing what they always do. So there's no surprise there. I'm just going to go ahead and just speak on what we got going on right now. All right, so set my stuff up real fast. There we go. All right, so right now, let's start off with crypto since this is the one I'm already on. So let's go ahead and just go to crypto. All right, so right here in crypto, as you can see, we got divergence coming from the software. So you're saying this is the area where it can either buy or sell. But if we come back up here, we can see we got a brand new trend. The trend is down, so we're going to stay on the sell. I'm also come over here and look at my daily. On the daily, as you can see, this also telling us to continue selling. So I'm just going to continue selling on crypto until we get to the levels that I want to see. Now, one thing I will tell you is this: although that we do have a sale, we could have some buying momentum come in just because I'm saying it's in divergence. So I wouldn't be surprised if they push the market up here in this area. So last week, if I fix my action zones, so I can see. All right, so last week, we never left anywhere. You can see we went up, went down. We just stayed in the opening range the whole week. So since we stayed in this range, they typically wait to make the move. Now I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if they push it up here and then hit the sell zone, and then from the sell zone they make that continuation down here. So that's the play that I just gave my community. There's two things that we can look for. We could sell in this area, but you also have to be aware that we never did the full pullback. So we could continue pulling back, hitting the buy, hitting the sell zone, and then once we enter this sell zone up here, we lift up this smart money down here. If I move it out the way, this smart money indicator, right? So down here, we're kind of like in an oversold state, so we need to pull it back a little bit. So even if they did decide to come back up here into the sell zone, this is where you're going to start looking for your sales um, on on crypto, right? So looking at BTC, I want to see it kind of enter the sell zone, and then from there, I'm going to start targeting the lows because we already broke the low. We're already pushing lower, so I want to see it continue down to 53,000. All right. Now, of course, my stop won't be that wide. My stop will be something like that. So either the top of the sell zone or the bottom of the sell zone, any one of them will work. But just understand once we get up here into this area, which is 67,000 and 66,000, so 66 to 67,000, anywhere in this range could be where the sale comes from. And like I said, it could come from this week. So even if I switch over here, let me check out my weekly levels. Come over here, weekly levels. All right. So now, if I'm looking at my weekly levels, as you can tell on Bitcoin, Bitcoin does have a brand new sell trend started. All right. So brand new sell trend lets me know that price is getting ready to continue dumping. Right. I got this cross here, first sign of a sell. I want to see price either re-enter the sell zone right here, same as like number 66 to 67 area. I want to see it come somewhere in this area, even if I go in the middle, 66 and a half. And then I want to see that continuation down here to 53,000. All right. Now, me personally, y'all know I got Bitcoin like dumping, right? So the next level of support is at 49 right here. So definitely know we're coming to 49,000. Like we about to break this right now. So you might as well already start targeting 49,000. And then from there, the next level is going to be way down here at 38,000. And I'm pretty sure Bitcoin is going to come down here to 38,000. Right. I'm very, very confident in Bitcoin making this dump, coming down here to 38,000 this year, and more than likely bottoming out somewhere around October, maybe. Right. So you know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised if we come all the way down here to 25,000, right? We got a brand new sell trend started, as I just explained, right? On the weekly levels, letting us know the sellers are in the market, all right? So we definitely need to come back here. As y'all can tell, we broke out of this 32 area right here. We broke out, no actual retest. So this could definitely be a high potential point for Bitcoin to come back to. So 31,000 is a great area for us. I think we can bottom out right there in 2026. But I also wouldn't be surprised if we came down here, swipe these lows at 25,000. So these are my next points of area interest. One, we already passed. So two would be the next, which is 49,000. Three would be right here, which is 38,000. And then last but not least is that $25,000 mark. So if Bitcoin go ahead and just dump and get down here to this area, like I said, I would not be surprised. All right. So I want to see what's going on. But at the start of this week, coming back over here to my 4 hour, I want to see Bitcoin, do a little retest. More than likely come up here in this area, retest this 66 to 67 zone. And then from there, like I said, that's all she wrote. I believe Bitcoin is folded at that point. So let's just see how this goes. Let the market do its retest, and then continue. Now, I will say, looking at my 4 hour, there is a small possibility that we could actually continue selling it from right here in this area. All right, 64,000, and then we will have our stop around 66. And I would not be surprised if we did start dumping from here as well, because there is a high likelihood that it can happen. If I look here at the bottom, the long is overbought. So they already gassed out on a long. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we start pushing down from here right now and just targeting the 53,000. But if you are to enter in this area, just understand that you have to have a little wider stop. Price could come back to 66 or even 67. But for sure, from 66 to 67, we will have the next leg down to wherever the next low bottom end point is at. But just understand that we could also leave from this current area that we're in right now. So that's what I got marked up for Bitcoin. All right. Now let's switch over to XRP. Yeah, I know I'm not really a fan of XRP. XRP is just one of those pairs that I just think is going to continue falling. Right. I think they got a lot of hype built around XRP. I think a lot of people want to see XRP explode, but they already know. And when I say they, I mean the government. They're already for sure that a lot of you guys have loaded up on XRP, and the world is not designed for everybody to get rich. So I would not be surprised if XRP starts to dump it again, targeting this 92 area. All right. So XRP target point right now is 92. Come over here to the daily, same exact thing. We already got the trend down, but XRP can also pull back into the sell zone, come back up here into the sell zone 125. But then from there, I'm pretty sure the weekly has the same exact cross. That is all she wrote. And for XRP, with it being where it is, I'm pretty sure XRP is coming back down here to this previous level, which is 49 cents. All right. So now 49 cent will be the target point. So if we did come up to 125, I will be selling from 125 all the way down to the next level of support, which is down here at 48 cents. So 48 cents is just where I can see XRP going. So just understand that crypto is just in a downtrend, right? So as long as it's in a downtrend, I have no real faith that it's going to do a pullback. There's a lot of positive news going on for the US market. So stock market and the crypto market tends to not actually go in the same direction all the time. So that's why a few years ago, the stock market was crashing and crypto was rising. But now the stock market is rising. I'm pretty sure crypto is going to keep crashing. So I'm looking for this to probably bottom out at around 50 cents, right? Coming back to this area that we broke out, we can even come back to 67 cents, find support at 67 cents, then turn around. But for sure, I got XRP dumping as well. All right. Next, Solana. Solana was the first one that showed me that crypto was about to start dumping. They had their cross weeks ago, and Solana is about to make its next leg down as well. As you can tell from right here, the next support zone for Solana is at $32, and then the low that it can target is $18. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Solana went all the way back down there as well, because like I said, they do have a brand new trend. Everything is trending down. The crash is coming for crypto, and I'm pretty sure that we will come back down here and retest these areas that we broke out and did not retest. So that's Solana. Like I said, Solana can also do the same. So if I come in and give you the exact levels as well, you can look at Solana. You will want to be interested in this sell area up here, which is around 73 at the high and then 71 at the low. And then from there, you will do nothing but, place your stop and then target these next areas of interest. Interest area number one is $32. Interest area number two is going to be $17. All right, so that's going to be Solana. Look for Solana to drop and go hit those numbers. All right, now let's flip over to the last one, which is Ethereum. Ethereum is also cooked. This is also on my list for crashing down and going to hit some of these lower numbers. I got Ethereum definitely going under 1,000. Now, Ethereum could also do one more retest coming up here to 1,800, or it can stop right here at, what is this? 1876 between 18, yeah, basically just 1,800. All right, so this whole 1,800 area is the retest area for Ethereum. And then over here, I will be targeting the next low, which is here, as you can tell, which is going to be 1383. And then from there, we want to target that next low, which is right here, which is 1,074. Then eventually under 1,000. Now, I have Ethereum coming under 1,000. I think they swiped this whole little buy trend that I had going. I think they get rid of this whole low. We come back and retest this area right here that we broke out of, and we never did a retest. So I wouldn't be surprised if we came back to $500, but my main target will be right here at 888. Now, I do think crypto will find a bottom and it will find some support down there, and then we will kind of just range in the area. So the area that I will be targeting is 888 on crypto, and then just letting it do what it do. So we'll see what Ethereum does. We'll see what Bitcoin does, XRP, all of those. We'll see what they do first, and then we'll just continue to make our strides and make our bag. Now, flipping over to the U.S. market, let's come over here. So we got a couple areas of interest right here. When I'm looking at gold, gold has skipped a few retest levels. So I'm not surprised if gold does decide to do a little pullback from this area, because this is the area where a lot of buyers are at. And we just currently just swiped this low. So we took out liquidity here. So I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if gold comes back up here to one of these skipped retest levels that I have marked up right now. But then also coming down here to the daily, it is showing us a lot of sellers momentum. So I do have to focus on the sell and the sell only at this moment, right? I can't really focus on any buying levels that we may have skipped at the top due to the fact that we have a brand new sell supporting cross here. And it's also telling me that the market is doing its short because the sellers have control. Now, this is telling me that's a week long, telling me that the bulls is in, but they just got weak momentum, so don't fall for the trap. So now once I come down here to my 4 hour, the bulls also still have a week long momentum, but I want to see gold continue selling. All right, so right now we don't have any levels for gold because gold maxed out the week last week, came out to the bottom, did the retest. That's why I'm kind of targeting this area up here. I want to see if gold comes back to 4308. And if gold can get back up here to 4308, then I would want to see gold continue selling all the way down to the bottom, which is this low at 4,022. But first and foremost, I want to see what happens when we do the open. All right. So we know we got a bunch of news coming out later today. And the news that is most important is whatever they are going to actually do about this government issue, about this war over in Syria. So I want to see what goes on, how that happens. And look at my man right here. He here. I just want to see how Uncle Donnie decides to, you know what I'm saying, do whatever he's going to do. So we're going to wait on that news event, but I could see it doing a retest and retesting this level, but it's not guaranteed that actually get all the way back up here to this area because we are heavily strong on the sale, but we're gonna see what happens. My man's he like to talk about the indices, so it came on right on time. He can push out the indices when he's ready.
But, what is good, John? What is good?
Let's see what he got for y'all.
Did you send it over to what you call it?
Yeah, I covered crypto and I covered just this gold play real fast.
No, did you send it over to the what you call it? Oh no, I can't see that I'm live on here.
Oh no, I didn't do it on there. I didn't do it because remember what we talked about last time? I wanted to see if you logged in how it worked this time.
I think when it does it, I think it's not even giving me that option. I think when it does it, it drops the actual stream. Is what it does.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to send it over there, I don't know if you can now.
Oh, I don't know if I can do it now because it's already up, but let me try.
While you doing that, I'm gonna pull up the screen, y'all. I'm gonna
Yeah,
pull up the screen. Let's see.
yeah, I just added you, so now you can be pull it up now. So I just added you to the live. So yeah,
Let's see. All right, here we go. Here we
yeah,
go,
pull up
y'all.
the screen.
All
You
right.
can go over and break down. He about to go right down the indices for y'all, and then go over those plays. Like I said, if you wasn't already here, you can catch the beginning of this video. You can see the crypto plays that I just called out, and you can also see the gold play. I'll probably go over gold a little more, but I'm gonna pull up his screen for the indices.
All right, let's get into it, y'all. All right. Let's see. US 30. Let's kick it off with US 30. All right, US 30. Let's kick it off. Let's start off with the weekly. All right, let's look at the weekly. Let's break this down. All right, let me zoom this in real quick. All right, let's zoom this in and let's get a good perspective. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Look how strong this weekly candle closed. Yeah, it pulled back this week, but that was nothing, y'all, but a retest. All right, nothing but a retest. And we are still inching up, and we are still looking for US 30, all right, to head on up here, up there to 54,000. All right, we got a nice, let me get my tool out. Hold on, let me get my arrow tool. Okay, got to follow what's going on here. All right, so we ended up breaking some structure right here. All right, we broke structure right here on, what is that, the 18th. All right, the 18th of May. All right, strong candle above. All right, and then had a nice retest. I had a nice break and retest. This candle right here stopped short. All right, it's got to touch that line for me, y'all. All right, I don't consider that a retest. You got to touch that thing for me. All right, you got to touch it. So we had a nice break and retest, textbook, and then a strong bullish engulfing candle right off of there to end the week. All right, back to the upside. All right, so this is where now I'm going to be looking for the get right back on US 30. I have been talking about US 30 actually as it's selling. Was not interested in any sales, y'all. All right, was not interested in any sales at all. Only looking for buys, only because I know where the move is going and we headed up. All right, so that was just more a pullback. We come down here to the daily time frame. All right, start really dissecting this thing. All right, we already bought right off of our buy zone down here. All right, had a nice rejection off this buy zone right back above our retested level. And I have been talking about this. All right, I have been talking about this level right here, y'all. Right here at what was that, 833 on one of our previous lives that I was actually looking for the retest. I was looking for the retest back at 833 and then look for that continuation up. So that's daily time frame. Now on a 4-hour time frame.
Oh, you said,
All right,
what's 833?
833 was it was one of our retested levels. All right, so like right here. All right, so you can see the structure. You can see the structure being hold on, let me reset this chart. It's too zoomed in. All right, it's too zoomed in. It's too zoomed in. All right, right here. Let's point this out. Now I got all these in here, so it's, you know, it's pulling this up. So bear with me on that. All right, these are just added positions, and we still
Just hide
hold
the
this thing.
drones real fast.
Huh?
Just hide your drones real quick because they look cluttered on our screen.
All right, hold on.
Should I
Let's
ball?
see, high drawings. There we go. All right,
Yeah.
high drawings. All right, so we ended up breaking structure right here. I ended up breaking structure right here. Price was holding right here. Now, the moment the market broke here, cool, no problem. Now, I have been talking about on the other lives that we were doing, once we get back above this level of structure right here in this vicinity, that we are going to look for the buys up here at 833. So we ended up having a break right above structure. All right, so if I was to draw this, I can't draw it now because I'm hiding my drawings, and it's just going to pull it right back. All right, so but we are right back above structure right here, and then now we're looking to continue long. All right, we're looking to continue long on US 30. Now let's really dissect this. All right, so if I was to, even if I on a 4-hour time frame, all right, yeah, it's gonna pull the drawings back up. All right, so that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work, y'all. Let me delete that again. Let me hide the drawings again. All right, but we got this upper trend line that was broke right here. We had a nice break and retest of that upper trend line, and then now we got that nice sentiment change right back to the upside. So I am still looking for us to push up. Plus, as my man always likes to talk about, these crosses, we never cross actually to the downside. All right, on US 30 price actually was still very much in an upward trend. All right, in an upward trend. So we still are looking to still push in the direction this way. We're still going to 54,000. All right, I'm gonna milk this trade and I'm gonna really maximize my opportunity buying on US 30. So this week, all this week, continue to keep looking for buys on US 30. All right. I continue to keep looking for longs. All right. We never broke structure down. This was a nice little pullback. Price ended up holding right here. And then now we ended up pushing down. What we were doing is we were making higher highs. And then we pulled back, get a nice deep retracement right here, which was cool because the market had been buying. All right. The market had been buying up. Market was buying up pretty good. All right. And which would cause a lot of the lower time frames to be in a overbought state. So this gave it more breathing room basically for now, for that continuation for us to keep pushing higher. All right. So now once we break this level of structure up here, man, we're going to create that new high. But I'm telling y'all right now, I am going to continue to keep looking for buys on the indices. And as y'all know, they're talking about the whole peace deal and all that between Iran, US, and all that. So with that being said, that's going to be great as well for the indices. But regardless of that news, that don't even matter. All right, that don't even matter because the chart already shows us that we need to be pushing to the upside, and that's what we're going to do. All right, so at the end of the day, the chart is going to dictate what's going to happen. When that news is done exhausting, like we had some news up in here. When that news is over with, it's going to get right back on trend, y'all. It's going to get right when the fundamentals is exhausted. We're going to get right back on trend. So we're going to continue to keep pushing, keep looking for them buys this week on US 30. All right. That's US 30 on NAS. All right. So NAS, let me come to NAS real quick. NAS has a different image here. All right. NAS has a completely different image than US 30. Now NAS was already taken off to the upside. All right, NAS was already breaking highs and things like that. All right, US 30 did not. So we're dealing with a little different image. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't even like NAS too much this week. I like US 30 a lot more. Now, what I will say is in the event we start breaking right back above this level of structure, then we could potentially still push this in this vicinity. But as of right now, all right, this is currently on a 4-hour time frame, is currently signaling more of a downward trend. Now I'm gonna draw this. All right. So right here, let me turn this off real quick. Let me get rid of this real quick. Let me remove that. All right. So right here, we can see that price was actually holding. We ended up creating some support, did a nice retest, price launch. We came right back to this level right here. All right. It did end up swiping out this liquidity right here, got right back above this level of structure. All right. Did a nice retest, and now we're pushing back up. Now, the only thing I don't like about NAS is got a nice reversal candle right here, right at a level of resistance here. And price could end up pulling back down and actually going down deeper. All right. So that's why I don't really like NAS. I would like to see NAS get right back on trend. Now, we did break this upper trend line. I do like that. We had a nice break, had a nice retest, and now we had a nice bullish engulfing breaking structure. But I really want to see NAS, honestly, start really creating that nice shift of structure above 704. All right. For me to actually commit to going long. Now, as we all know, SpaceX was just launched and all that. So the tech stocks, things can again based off of that. Right? What'd you say?
I say, yeah, things could definitely change with that new launch.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I understand like this, we had these hard sell-offs and all that, but with that new launch, that's gonna end up pushing things right back to the upside. All right, back to the upside. And if anything, it needs to push back up here. Let's retest this high. Let's see if we get a lower high type situation or a new high. I personally, based off of how the chart is moving, I think we get up into 31,000, 32,000, me personally. So I do like NAS. I do like the indices, both to actually still push. All right, I still like them both to still push to the upside, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's gonna be that. All right, so look for NAS. All right, let me go back to my screen. Look for NAS, honestly, to get back above All right, back above 700. Back above 700, y'all. And then let's find some support. All right, at 700, and then let's get that continuation to the upside. So continue to keep looking for the buys on the indices this week. Let's get it. That's all I got for y'all.
Now, I will say on that note, I already told y'all looking at my screen a few weeks ago, NAS was going to 33,000.
Yes, sir.
I don't believe NAS goes into any more selling. We have a year. This is nothing but a pullback. We just retested the buy zone. The buy zone actually was your entry for the buy on NAS, so you should that in when we're back at 28. And I also mentioned that on the previous live as well, that we were coming back to 28. Now from here, I'm pretty sure NAS on the 33,000. Y'all see, put my name on it. That was one of our previous calls. So
put my name on it.
For a minute. Yeah, that's what it's about to do. So technically, right now, like he said, it did enter a sell zone. I'm in a sell trend. So it's a lot of sellers in the market still. So the moment that this actually goes into a buy on a 4 hour is when I will have my interest in actually jumping in on a buy on NAS. Whenever I see that, I would definitely say that's the time to go. I mean, technically you could buy from here, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did have a pullback before it took off. So that's why I would just wait till I get this new buy trend here. Once I get a new buy trend on a 4 hour, I already have the alert set. I will then be targeting 33,000 on the NASDAQ as of June 14th. So
hold up, stay right there. I want you to go to the daily. Go back to the daily. Since you got the Heikin Ashi. All right, so look, y'all, let me point something out. All right, with the Heikin Ashi. With the Heikin Ashi, I remember me and my man talked about this a long time ago with the Heikin Ashi. All right. Now with the Heikin Ashi, we got it on the daily time frame. I'm just talking candles right now. We got a nice reversal candle. All right. We got a nice reversal candle on the daily time frame. All right, and then we got a flat bottom Heikin Ashi candle on the daily time frame. All right, so like when you're utilizing the Heikin Ashi, the moment, if you got wicks on both sides, that just shows that the market is still weak. The moment you get that flat bottom, all right, shows a lot of momentum back to the upside in this case, right? Or downside. If you look at the top, you had a reversal candle up there, flat top, and then you seen the market just the next one, yeah, that one, and then flat top, and then you seen the next one just started collapsing. All right, so it's typically like that. But now we got a nice reversal candle on the daily time frame, flat bottom, and then this is a nice. If you haven't used the Heikin Ashi, one thing that I like about the Heikin Ashi candles is it takes a lot of volume to actually flip one of those candles. Like I'm talking like a lot. So throughout the entire day, the market's moving up and down, right? Market's moving up and down. But inside the Heikin Ashi, you don't really see that. So psychologically, it's not really messing with you too much. You know what I'm saying? Because the only way for that to flip from blue to white, it's going to have to be a lot of volume to the downside to flip that. And that ain't happening, right? We pushing up, right? We're going to go to the upside. And that is a nice indication that we still pushing up. With everything that we saying, this is another added confluence to what we saying about NAS getting right back on the buy, all right, getting right back to it and going to the upside. All right, so you can literally get in, and that's a nice way on how to be able to hold your trades too, because the more and more them candles just keep printing flat bottoms like that. Look at that all the way up. You just holding, but throughout that entire time there was selling candles in there. All right, there was selling candles, but you don't really see that with the Heikin Ashi. See what I'm saying? There was selling candles. Now that don't throw your psyche off when you actually on the chart. So that's a good way to be like, you know what? I can actually still hold this trade. The momentum's still showing to the upside. Yeah, we holding this thing. So if y'all are trying to cross over from, scalping and swing trading or, really holding your trades a little longer, this is a nice option to be able to give you some more added confluence on how to hold your trade. All right. I did that once before and killed US 30. All right.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the ways that I use. Now, the only thing I would say that I will wait on, like I told you already, on a 4 hour, I'm definitely looking for this trend to get fixed. So if I just kind of cut off these action zones and then cut off all these liquidity boxes, so you can actually see the trends right here. you can see I follow this trend. So right here, this trend, we got this blue and the yellow. That's basically telling me that the market is in a lot of sell pressure. So I just need that to change. Once that change, it's just like back here, bro. You get what I'm saying? Once it changes, it changes. That's the move. That's the move I'm going to be looking for. So I'm basically taking that move as soon as we get the cross back over. That's all I'm waiting on. Now on the flip side of that, there's one more thing I want to see over here on the daily. So on the daily, what I want to add now, I actually need my boxes back. So now if I cut this back on, I can just look for one more thing. One more thing that'll tell me that my trade is ready to go is once I see that buyer liquidity come in, that means a lot of buyers is actually creating support right here. Once I see that the buyer says agree that this is a level of support, I will then also take this trade because it could, like he said, it could take a minute, it could take 1 day, 2 days, whatever, quick out. But as soon as I see that box populate here, I get my trend on the 4 hour, and 33,000, right? It's just that simple. Don't make it too complicated. Don't force no trades. All you gotta do is let the trade come to you. And this is one of those moments when the trade about to come to you. Now, one he didn't cover was the US 500. US 500 is a trade that I also like. Got this going up to 8,000. I already told people that. So these levels is already ready. As you can already tell, we came down at the buy zone. Once again, that buy zone was your entry. Now we're going to start targeting up here. So just understand that the chart is already showing you the play. But on the flip side of that, it's also ready to make the move, right? But understand that this is your opportunity to catch a big play. This will be a good week in the market. Now, we did have a hard selling month. If I go to the monthly and I go to the regular candles, we did have a hard selling month. But just understand, we just broke the high, right? I tell people all the time, when you just broke the high, the sell is not the play. That means buyers is, you know what I'm saying, they in the market. So I'm pretty sure this is about to flip this month. We still got 2 weeks left, 3 weeks. We're about to flip this money, continue buying. If we probably sell, I don't see no sales in the market coming anyway. But this month is about to flip. And if you don't know, the second week of the month is typically when the market picks up. The first week is normally like a range and like to set the level. The next week is more like the breakout, and then the last 2 weeks is like we get the business. So I'm pretty sure they're about to flip the month, push this up higher. Like I said, S&P 500, get ready to just jump back on the buy. It's sitting right here at the pressure line. So the buyers are coming into a market. Today he's going to drop the news. You know he's going to say we signed a peace deal. Guess what? That's going to put more money, more belief into the market. They're going to pump this thing. So US 500 is also a great play that you can take. It's sitting at 74 right now. It's definitely going to 7,700. So definitely target that. But I'm targeting 8,000, right? Because I like it. I look at it at a bigger picture. So I'm looking at it on the full weekly. That was the bottom right there on the weekly lines. I was going to see it get up here to like 78. So this is going to be a great area for you to enter the buy on this chart, following these weekly levels. And I can about guarantee you it's coming up here. 78, 76 on US.
Put his name on it. Put his name on it. 78.
I'll put the line right there. You feel me? Put the line there.
Put the line up.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Put the line up. Yes, sir. Put the line up.
We will get there. We will get there. And it's not a surprise. It's not a coincidence. I don't care if we at all-time highs. I don't care what news they talking about. None of that. The market is about to get bullish. I told y'all we're going to be bullish until October. So just understand, you just stay on the buy side and you're going to catch these plays. And this is a play that everybody can catch right here for sure, because I think this got the best setup out of all the indices. And it's not as volatile as all the indices as well. So that's another positive. So when you come in, you ain't got to worry about getting cooked in 5 seconds. Typically, it only move 50 to 60 points at like the breakout. But from here, this will be a great area for you to start buying. Like I said, the 4 hour is about to be the same like last. It needs to get ready. You may have one more pullback to this area right here, which is 73. But from 73, it's going to 78. Trust me. Easy bad you could make right there. So those are my favorite plays right now. Outside of the option plays, I'll say that for another video. But yeah, that's what we got for y'all this week coming up, June 14th. kind of keeping this one short. We got a lot of stuff going on, so that's what I have for y'all. That's what he had for y'all now. It's kind of
What's going on with gold? What's up with gold? You had
all
jumped
right.
on here talking about gold.
Yeah, I already had kind of explained gold, but I'll go over it again now, real fast. Let me go ahead and just turn everything off. Turn everything off real fast. All right, so right now, gold, we got a downtrend. It's already crossing to the down. Now, I do want to see a retest somewhere in this area. I wouldn't be surprised if it came back to 44 or if it even came back to 43.08, right? I just want to see a retest. I don't see it breaking above this level right here. So I really want to just see it come back to the retest level. Now, I need this to come back on, but I need this right here to go off for a second. Now, let me just hide these drawings because those are just skip retests that I was doing my homework over the weekend. Now, this is what I'm saying. I do want to see it come back here, but it technically don't have to, right? We broke the retest level. We did the retest early. Boom, we retested it twice, and then we dumped down. Here, also did the same thing, broke, did a retest of this, then dumped down. So we technically are already done with these levels, so we don't necessarily need to come back to these levels. So I wouldn't be surprised if gold just retested this small little area right here, faked everybody, and then just continue selling down here to 39.11, right? Because gold still needs to get down here to this area. The gold trend is still down. So don't fall for any buying pressure. Understand gold is going to keep selling. And like I said, I'm going to keep targeting 3,900 or even lower, right? But I definitely want to see it get to 3,900 before I think about doing anything other than selling, right? So we did have daily levels. Right? So if you didn't understand what happened on that buyback rate, we closed back out right here. So what happened was typically when you close out of the range, the market does the pullback, and once it does that pullback, I mean that's it. So this is why I was saying that we could hit these two levels right here, these two area of interest. As you can see, I got my alerts, one for the retest from last weekly levels, and then one right here for the breakout, right? But like I said, on the bigger time frame, we already hit these levels, so we technically don't have to come back. So I wouldn't just be surprised if they swipe these guys out here from what day is this Wednesday? From Wednesday, Wednesday kind of just broke straight down. I wouldn't be surprised if we came up, swipe these guys out, 42.66, and then jump to 3,900. All right, so that's what I would be looking for. And then once we get our new levels on Tuesday, I'll have a better read of the gold market because we'll have new daily levels on Tuesday. So once Tuesday comes, I get my new daily numbers for the current week that's coming up. I'm pretty sure it's going to show me where to sell from, and I'm just going to keep selling until I reach the bottom of that zone. And that zone bottom probably will be 3,900. So I'm going to be targeting 3,900 for the sell on gold this week. That's just basically what it is. Like I'm not buying it. I'm not interested in buying it. I'm gonna just keep selling it until we get to 3,900, and then from there we kind of figure out what else they got going on.
Yeah, I had gold coming back to 43.20, like 43.20, 21. I'm like, let us retest there real quick, get a nice little retest, and then a dump. All right, but yeah, I'm in agreement. I got to second that. I ain't buying nothing about gold.
Yeah.
Everything, there ain't nothing. Like you go to that weekly time frame for me. Pull up that weekly.
Mhm.
I want y'all to. Nothing about this weekly, y'all says buy. All right. Nothing about this weekly time frame says to buy. All right, and this is why like y'all got to stay off them lower time frames. Just like my man told y'all last week, you on them lower time frames, it's gonna throw your whole, it's gonna throw everything off. Look at that flat top. That's a lot of momentum still to the downside on the weekly time frame for that.
And we need to come here.
All right, and it's like there's nothing about this weekly that has a reversal or anything. And a lot of time you'll start maybe seeing the market go in the opposite direction, start buying up, especially from a smaller time frame perspective, and you get stuck on that smaller time frame and that image of what it looks like. And then when the market's ready to actually dump, you like, damn, what happened? Why it just dump like that? You know what I'm saying? So if you guys get in the habit of actually starting off from the higher time frame and then work your way down, right? Like me and my man, we can look at the higher time frame quickly. And we've been doing this for a minute, especially together, where we can look at the higher time frame, remember what the higher time frame said. Higher time frame said, but we can be on a lower time frame and waiting for entry, aligning ourselves with what the higher time frame already showed us. Like we ain't getting lost on the chart. Like a lot of new traders, you know what I'm saying? It's until you get your chart time up, it's very easy to get lost on the lower time frame, right? Very easy to get stuck and like, I thought it was buying. I started buying, and you forgot whole time what it was saying on the weekly or the daily, right? And the daily, the weekly, that's gonna trump everything, right? Because it's
I like this level right here though. I like that 43 area. That's what I said. I got my 2 alerts sitting right there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a high possibility that we come back and hit this retest level at 43. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
But 4,300,
man,
if it crosses my phone and it says gold is at 4,300, I'm maxing out the sale. Trust me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know I'm saying? Absolutely. I'm going to wait. And it just, let me just pull a lot of this information back. Like, let me just cut these off so people don't get lost in the sauce. But, like, right here, this is all I needed to see. You know what I'm saying? I need to see nothing else. I need to see this cross here on the daily time frame of gold to tell me I'm not pressing the buy button. Okay, now gold comes back here and hit 4,300. It can get to, it don't got to get to 4,312. I'm not waiting on it to come out up here. I'm waiting on 4,300. If I see 4,300 hit my phone, I will be selling gold, targeting 3,900, 3,800. Right? That's a 4,000 pip move right there. That is. I'm got to say automatic. That's guaranteed. Like, I really want to just press it right now, like at 40, 42, 14, and just go in light and just let it do whatever it want to do for the first couple of days, because I know where it's going. You know
we know where it's going. And that entry, even if we was to enter right now, the market was open right now, we entered right here at 42.14. No matter if we took some drawdown, we are going to end in profit. And deep profit at that, like deep profit. Close your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Close your eyes. Enter the trade. You know what I'm saying? Close your eyes because it's.
But I do know a swipe is coming here. That's what I'm saying. At minimum, I'm taking the entry here at 42.57. That's why I have my alerts here. Like I'm taking one of these alerts. I don't care if it hits 42.57. I'm entering the trade. I'm entering light there. If it pushes up another 500 pips, I don't care. It get to 300, I'm entering, I'm doubling down. That's what I want, right? So those are the 2 positions that I will be taking this week for sure, right?
For sure.
So understand I will be selling gold for sure right here. If I don't take any other trade this week, this will be my guaranteed trade, and I will guarantee you this trade will end in profit this week. There's nothing that can be said in the news. There's nothing that can be done on these charts that's going to make me change my mind. Only way I think they can flip this chart is World War III. For real. They're going to have to bomb America for this to start buying. Like
the man. I'm telling y'all, with the whole, you know what I'm saying, with the whole war stuff, and they talking the peace and all that, coming to a deal, man, that is great for the dollar. That is fantastic for the US dollar, right? So fantastic for the dollar. And it's like, all right, now look at this image real quick. All right, so y'all see how on the Heikin Ashi, all right, it's a blue, but it's got wicks on both sides. All right, that just shows exhaustion, basically, right? That just shows indecision, right? The buyers, sellers, right? Tug of war, right? And then they don't know if they want to go up or down, but we know the direction. So even if it wants to just pull up a little bit, do a nice retest, which is needed, go ahead and do a nice retest, pull back a little bit higher, let us in. Right, let the market come to you. We paid to wait. We paid to wait. Let it come to you. Then take the trade. Then once you take the trade, you in there, and we draw.
Let me show you something else real fast. Let me show you something else before you go off on the deep end on that. Let me show y'all something.
Go ahead.
This is the common theme that gold has been doing. Right, I want y'all to see this coming all the way back to this high up here. Right, this was the high. They swiped this high and then they dumped it. Right. You came over here, this same little wick, they swiped this high, then they dumped it. You come over here, they swiped this high, then they dumped it. And look what this one did. This one came over here, swiped this high, then they dumped it. All they're about to do is swipe this high, and they're gonna dump it. That's just the pattern they've been doing. They've been doing it the whole time, man. You go back to the candles. Look, this trend is down. Manipulation. Right here, manipulation, right here. Like you can literally draw a trend line covering all these manipulated plays right here from this point right here. Swipe the high and dump. And it's just like that each time. and they just keep doing it. So it's just it's a common thing that they doing, right? Like I said, without no major news, there's no way we even come and hit these retest levels. I put these levels here because I wanted to see. But as you can see, when I turn my drawings on, I already had this sitting right here. This is pending, right? Now, this was just the low. That's just like a TP1, but I'm definitely targeting 3,900, right?
For
Like I
sure.
said, I got a
For
system
sure.
to follow. If I turn this on, forget the daily, go to the weekly. We have not the yearly, whoa, the weekly, continue on.
Whoa.
I want to see it come here.
Yep.
That's what I want to see. Now, we'll give y'all another thing, another way that you can look at this too, right? So if I turn off my drawings, right, I'm going to show you something on the yearly since I accidentally clicked that. If I come to my 12 month, I turn this off, right, and I turn on this, that entry is here, 38.28, right? So the entry for the buy on gold was supposed to come here. I can use this as well and also see that, oh, this is where we're going, right? Gold is going to come back to the yearly entry level, which is here, which is 38.28, and then we might just consolidate the rest of the year once we hit this area. But as of right now, this is where it's going. It's going to 38.28.
What's the stop loss?
It's at 31.07.
Yeah, we going near that because I said we going to 3,300, y'all.
Yeah,
Getting in the 3,300s.
yeah. So it can even get all the way down here. It can
Hey,
get close
the
to down here.
3,300s.
But I just know this is the yearly entry. They said if you wanted to buy gold this year, you shouldn't be buying it until it hit 38.28. So 38.28 would be my target point for the sell now. We just been selling it. Once we come back to the entry, then I'll have to do some reevaluation, right? I have to see what's going on because technically the trend is up, right?
The trend is up. The trend is up.
So technically the trend is up.
Yeah,
This is
the
a
trend
pullback.
is up.
I'm not gonna get
Absolutely.
lost in the sauce,
Right.
but this technically the trend is up. So I gotta
Trend is up.
respect it.
Mhm.
I gotta
Right.
respect that the trend is up. I gotta respect that we hitting this area. The trend is still up, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This be
Yeah.
oversold too. So if we come down and just hit that 38.28 and then that thing just somehow turn around, I'm not surprised.
Not
Right?
surprised at all. Yeah, absolutely.
It's already been a big year for gold. Like that
Yeah.
right there is massive for a buy. For them just to erase all those profits is low key insane, right? So I just think it consolidates right here, and then we end up start selling next year. But we'll see. We'll see. I definitely come down here 33, like he said. That's a strong possibility because it's still above the stop level. And then, you know what I'm saying, anywhere in this range, I think gold is done for the year. So
For sure. And stay right there real quick. Don't change it.
Yeah.
Keep that on. So look, y'all, and we also got, I'm not surprised by this massive pullback. So we got on the 12-year, we got divergence,
12
right?
months.
We got divergence. And you can look, all right, you can look right on the chart in the oscillator. We got nice divergence going on. All right, you can see that the oscillator was coming down while price action was still pushing up, right? That's a great indication that we got divergence. So a reversal is coming, right? If the yearly was to close how it is right now, oh man,
it's forward.
oh man, gold would be falling off the map. All right,
Yeah, we're going back down here.
next year, I'm just saying, y'all, I'm just hypothetically, if we close right here, right now on this yearly, that's a reversal candle right there. And that
For
means
sure.
gold is falling off the face of the earth, right? But it's needed. All right. So with this divergence, that's already showing y'all, all right, that it's definitely needed, that we need a deep pullback. And we definitely do. You know what I'm saying? Now I have been saying 31. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. Thank you for drawing that for him. All right. So I had been draw one up for me for the from that red dot on the chart to the top of that wick. On the chart, the candles.
On the chart.
Yeah. Draw from there to the wick. Top of the wick. Yeah. Okay, so look, y'all, you can see right there in that image, you can see how price action was still pushing up, but the oscillator was pushing down. That's a great way to identify we got divergence. All right, we got divergence, and it's just letting you know, hey, a reversal is coming. You know what I'm saying? It is. So now when we go down, right now when we start going down the time frame, right, we start going down to the weekly and things like that, and you start seeing, all right, a nice shift of structure from there. That's gonna be your indication. Okay, now that thing is actually ready to actually move and go in the direction of, the pullback. But ultimately, from a big time frame, yes, we are technically still in an uptrend for sure. We ain't forgot about that, y'all. But right now on the weekly, daily, 4 hour, hey, we pulling back. We in a downtrend right now, right?
Yeah.
We in a downtrend right now. The yearly is just a big time frame. It's too big of a time frame to just be placing buys right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the time to place buys. You know what I'm saying? Not the time to place buys. But we ain't forgot about that. All right, we ain't forgot about that.
Definitely paying attention to what's going on all the time frames. You got to learn how to read those bigger time frames so you can trade accordingly. So just understand, this definitely could be the high. That could be the reversal candle, but we could come back up here and we can just retest this little area one last time if that's what they wanted to do. Because like I said, these lines here that I got, these are skip retest levels. So they did skip a lot of levels. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that gold is going to come back up here and hit these levels this year, because they can do that next year, right? They can take forever to come back and fix those. They can just keep selling down, consolidate right here for the rest of this year, buy up here next year, and then continue down like how he was saying, right? So that is also a thing that can happen. But for us in the current time and space, what we're talking about and what's most important to us is just this image right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with this image right here, neglect that, turn this back on. It's already folded. We need to hit 39.06 before it does any pulling back. So I just want to see us do a retest right there in that area where I have my 2 alerts. Let me go ahead and just fix that. I'll put my alerts back on there. Let me have the drones. And let me put my alerts back, put this back on the daily.
I can't wait to fry gold this week. Ooh, y'all, can't wait to fry gold this week, y'all.
This is going to be an easy week right here for sure. So like I said, I got retest level right here at 66. We definitely could hit that level. Then I got one more right here at 309. So those are the 2 levels that piques my interest, right? Mm-hmm. And remember the ICT guy, I don't know if he showed up today, but if you want to put your ICT, this your right here.
Why you got to do it like that, man? Why you got to do it like that?
Anybody that trade ICT, this your fair value gap. If it come back in y'all fair value gap right here, definitely hit the sell button. Continuation down to 3,900, right? So
why you gotta do them like that, man? No, why you do you like that, bro? Why you do you like that?
It's definitely a bag that's on the way, man. It all looks the same. Like I tell people all the time, man, everything works, bro. It's just like real life, man.
Sir.
Everything works, man.
Everything works.
You can be a millionaire barber. You can be a millionaire landscaper. You can be a millionaire day trader. You know what I'm saying? Find your lane, get in there, make your bag, and do it the way you want to do it. You can be a millionaire tattoo artist. You can be a millionaire street hustler. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same. It's all about where you put your energy at, how you apply that energy, you know what I'm saying? What type of pressure you apply to it. But this is the simple for us. So we like this route. That's the route we taking. We're gonna keep making this bag. Definitely understand that the sale is coming.
I want to piggyback off you real quick. Let me piggyback off that. So it's like, hey, y'all, like he said, and we've been saying this for a long time. Damn, I just stuttered so hard. My fault, y'all. We've been saying this for a minute. Everything does work. It just depends on what your strategy is. Now, there's some strategies that may be a little bit more high winning rate percentage than others or whatnot. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's just really discipline, consistency. And like just whatever if you trade fair value gap, hey, you trade that thing till the wheels fall off, right? You just keep trading that. Every time you approach the chart, that's exactly what you do every single time. Win, lose, don't matter. Break even, don't matter. You just keep trading. There's people that trade just straight supply and demand. Hey, you wait for price to get to your level. You wait for signs of rejection. Boom. You enter the trade. Whatever it is that you do, you just got to work your system. That's it at the end of the day. Because it all works, y'all. Like, everybody, you know what I'm saying, online, they be coming with all this fancy stuff, fancy names and all that, making traders more confused. No, me and my man, we choose the simplicity route, right? Because trading is definitely, it can definitely be simple. And we just got to use just discipline and just consistency at the end of the day. That's why, like, for me and him, we come on here, and even when him and I are on our personal time, off of the computer, we have conversations, things like that. We're looking for the same thing every single time. Or we might remind each other, hey, you peep this, peep that. Oh, okay, cool. Hold up. Let me look at that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Right. And then it's just a simple reminder, like, all right, bet we're waiting on this, waiting for the market to come here, and then we doing XYZ, right? And then it's just every time. Like we ain't switching up, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We ain't switching up. And
The
that's how you
Dow,
start.
man, I keep telling y'all, DAW, man, discipline always win.
Yeah.
That's the code for all 2026 and beyond, man. Follow the Dow.
Yeah, with everything to life, y'all. It ain't just this, but like for real, just with everything. You operate that way all the time. Hey, telling you, you're gonna find the things you're looking for. You're gonna find that success that you're looking for. There's no way that you can't not find it, especially when you're doing, it's not about even being right all the time, y'all, because sometimes y'all know this, especially as traders, the trade ain't always going, even if you work your system 100%, right? Maybe that trade just didn't work out, but don't let that scare you from doing what you should be doing. Because guess what? Long term, you're gonna be profitable. You keep doing the same thing.
On that note, I gotta find it. It's on my hard drive though. I got a P&L. I can show you. I was 43% profitable in my trades, but end the year in profit. Why? Because the ones that did win were bigger than the ones that lost. So stop looking at that percentage wrong. Don't think because somebody say I got a 90% win streak and this strategy wins 90% of the time that it is. How many trades did they take? You can win 9 out of 10 trades and they can say 90%, but 900 out of 1,000, guess what? They only win 22%. So you got to understand that and understand that it's not about just that number. It's about just being disciplined and sticking to your strategy. You will have a better win rate if you learn to hold your trades longer. If you hold your trades longer, those trades that you do win will be much more profitable than the ones that lose. Significantly change your percentage, right? Because I literally had a 43% win rate one year and I had a profitable year. Because it's not about always like the win rate. It's about how long did you hold your trades? How much profit did you make? The profit dictates everything, right? So stop holding the losers longer than the winners and stop cutting your trades too soon. As soon as you see blue, you get what I'm saying? As soon as you see the winner, stop closing the trade.
To get back in.
Yeah, just
cut that out. Cut that out.
You got in at 4,400. Like this is what they do. You'll get in right here at 46.90, 46.69. The market will come here. You will close the trade and then get right back in right here. And then this happens. Then you get scared and lose your money.
You gave it all right back, y'all.
Lose all this profit because right here it keep buying up on you and you keep closing the trade. Now you done lost all this profit because you closed the trade. Just follow your trend. You could have stayed in from up here. Boom. Keep holding. Keep holding.
This is a real thing, y'all. Y'all don't understand how many people hit me up and ask me, can they get back in after we done been smoking the markets, right? And we still holding, and they'll close, y'all. Just to ask me, can they get back in? Like, no, don't, like, you know what I'm saying? That example what he used, they'll get in at the bottom. Like we was already up here at the top. Even if you get a little pullback, it's a pullback. And then when it decides to dump down again, guess what? You're gonna be in deeper profit again, right? If anything, look to hold your trade. You know what I'm saying? Versus trying to close, look to add another position. You know what I'm saying? Versus close it. Really maximize your opportunity when the trend is swinging. Right?
Definitely.
When the trend is swinging, take advantage.
Learn to partial your trades. You don't always got to take full profit. That if you had a 0.10 and you came down and you closed 0.5, let that other 0.5 stay there. That 0.5 can turn into like a 0.25 if you let it keep falling. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got to think, you know what I'm saying? Look, get in. Let it make it structured. Take it to wherever you want to take it. You can take half of it. Don't always keep closing the same trade. At the end of every month, guess what? The market moves one way every month, either up or down. Every year it moves one way, either up or down. Sometimes you have a pullback. So even if somebody that was buying gold this year, in the beginning of the year, they was up crazy. But now they back to where they was. But that don't mean they got to close their buy. Honestly, if they at the bottom, it's just a pullback. You never know. The end could end back bullish and then they back up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So stop cutting out trades too soon, man.
Exactly.
What's good?
Yeah, exactly. You partial your position, 50%, 75%, move your stock, in the profit or leave it in a negative state. But let that mark at that point, it won't even matter because you already at least took money already. You paid yourself.
Mhm.
Pay yourself something for being in the trade. You know what I'm saying? Pay yourself something for being in the trade. That trade got to come back and take me out the market. You know what I'm saying? For me to get out, right? Especially if we really swinging this thing. We see a big move like I've been telling y'all on US 30, 54,000. You think I'm closing this trade? No, we maxing out. We
Yeah.
maxing out, right? I'm looking to keep adding and
I'm
adding
glad
and
you
adding.
know.
You know, all the way up to that level. I'm telling y'all, 54,600. My name's up there. You're going to see here in a minute.
Yeah.
Right? It might take 2 weeks. It might take 3 weeks. But you know what I'm saying? It might be a month. Who knows? All right. But when you know the direction, though, and you start getting comfortable, right, hit the like button, right? It's like when you know the direction, like me and my man talking about gold, we know it's going down there. You see the confidence, like, no, it can pull back on me. I can enter this trade right here, and I can close my eyes and hold this thing.
Let
And
me
he
show that
ain't
one
tripping.
more time. Let me show that one more time so y'all know. I'm gonna hit it last time.
Pull it up, Carl. Pull it up one more time. Big thing I learned in
Gold
this
comes to
swing, same day.
260.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Gold comes to 260. I will be entering. Gold comes to 46. I'm 4,300. I will be doubling down.
Come on now.
But I do know it's going to 3,900 this week.
Come on now.
I am
Come on now.
confident that it is going to 3,900 this week. I don't care what is said. And I told y'all, I'm taking this play strictly off of my daily chart. My daily chart confirms we will be going down there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going down. Oh, yeah.
They gonna need some big news to even come back up here to 43.
And if they do that, go up to 44. If they even think to go to 44,
max out.
Man, y'all, man, hit that sell button. Man, I'm not saying.
But I can't, like I said, I can't see it getting to 44 because 44.
I don't like 44. It's too big. I mean,
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It could retest 44. Not saying. I mean, this market do whatever it want to do. You know, at the end of the day, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I can't. For somebody asked me just the other day, right? They asked me the same thing. You see 44? I can't see 44. I can see 44, y'all, but I can't see 44.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, right?
Like
right?
it can do whatever it want to do.
Right.
So
I can't see it.
I can't say that it's not going there, but I just feel like, man, I don't see it getting to 44.
I can't see it. Exactly.
I can definitely see, like I said, 43. 43 anything is a high possibility.
Yeah, 43. Yeah.
Turn your Heikenhashi candles on this daily time frame. If it turns red for you or gray for me, that is your entry. If you even just want to wait on that, I guarantee you when these flip back and the sellers take control, it ain't no turning that around.
Ball game. It's ball game. Yeah, we going there. We going there like 39. What's that? 39, 34?
Yeah.
I gotta see what mine is on
well, that's the Heikenhashi, so it auto adjusts for Heikenhashi.
Oh, that's right. That is right. Yeah, it might be a little different. That's right.
Because if I go to the regular ones, that ain't the number.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's right.
So
that's right. Yeah, y'all. I'm telling y'all, hey, simplicity, y'all, at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? My man say, big thing I learned is them swings. Hey, catch the swing, bro. Catch the swing. When I met my man, we were talking about swing trading, and he was, like trying to get me off doing intraday and stuff like that. I was the people we talking about. I'm raising my hand, y'all. All right, I'm raising my hand. I wouldn't close the trade and get back in, but I would close the trade. You know what I'm saying? I would close the trade and just be like, all right, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Take my profit, and then market just continue to keep on going. And it's like, man, I had no reason to close the trade, y'all, right? No reason. Yeah. I had no reason to close the trade, and I'd be closing the trade. You know what I'm saying? So, but now, you know what I'm saying? It took me a minute to get back on to swinging. Y'all don't know why, but like the first thing new traders do, you know, when they come into trading is everybody want to be a scalper, right? It's like,
because they say $100 in 2 seconds.
Everybody want to be a scalper, right? Everybody want to be a scalper. And then I just started learning, just like my man said, big thing I learned is them swings. I feel like based off of my schedule and things like that, it started making it easier for me, to be honest, to actually just hold the trade, to be honest. Because now I could just look at my phone. I look at my phone. I bet. All right, it's still doing what it needs to do. And I can continue to keep doing whatever I need to do with family, the kids, and all that. And I'm not really on these charts, right? Because the last thing we want to do is trade a job for a job. I ain't trying to sit at this computer all day, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do that. And that's basically what I was doing. Spending hours, right? Intraday, right? Hours on this, staring at the charts. Nah, I ain't trying to do that. We trying to swing these moves. We swinging these moves now. Big moves, too. Big moves.
Got to. Yeah. That's the only way to do it, honestly. You got to learn to start swinging. If you learn to start swinging, that's how you're going to make your bag, and that's how you really going to get paid. I promise you. And I always try to give y'all the advice that I did for myself that helped me make my transition. Come in light and put a trade that you know will not affect you. Like, if you have $1,000 in your account right now and you're trading gold, take a 0.01. By the end of the week, it will be a profitable trade. It doesn't matter if the market goes up or down. You're going to pay a little bit of commission each day. Who cares? By the end of the week, you will make money on that position. That I do know, based off the current setup that we have. So just understand that that's what you got to learn to do. That's how I learned to do it. I used to come in, like, if you got 20K in your account, put a dollar trade in, 0.01. You can still do a 0.01, but learn to hold the trade to the end of the week and then make your decision. Stop making your decision when you see $500 in profit, $200 in profit, $75 in profit, bearish engulfing in the wrong direction, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you either get down to your level or the market really changes sentiment and it goes into a different direction. And it's like, now I really must get out, right? And it better not be on the 5 minute.
It better not be on no 5 minutes, y'all. It better not be on no damn 5 minutes.
Gotta be on the 4 hour or higher, man. You gotta change on 4 hour or higher. I don't care about 30 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute, 30 second, 1 hour, none of that. It has to be on the 4 hour or higher. If the market changes sentiment on the 4 hour, 9 times out of 10 is going to buy. If it doesn't, it's going to continue. Right. So just keep looking out for that. I'll be looking for that down arrow on the 4 hour on the other software. You already know.
Yeah, you already know. You know what I'm saying?
That's really what I'm waiting on. I got that on my other chart. But,
and that's why I was thinking we go up there to 43.21. Go up there 43.21, retest that zone, retest that zone at 43.21, and then collapse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Unless we get a new lower high on the 4, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And one comes in sooner. But
that arrow come hit the button.
Yeah, hitting the button, right? Hitting the button. But yeah, that's all we got for y'all. All right, that's all we got. All right. Recap: we selling this week gold. We buying the indices. We buying NAS. We buying US 30 this week. All right, so those are 3 plays. You know what I'm saying, for y'all to take. Let the market, find some support on the indices. All right. And then we going long. All right. Keep looking for them longs this week on the indices. And as my man already broke down gold, we're going to be looking for the sales on gold this week, y'all. All right.
That's it.
That's it. Let's get it, y'all.